Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
All right, guys, getting ready to dive in here. We don't have Drew Brees, guys. We have Brian Ryans that we got in the draft, and he's a not number one draft pick, but round one pick, and he's got a hidden development trait. So we're gonna not play him in the first quarter. We're gonna play him in the last 3 quarters of this preseason game. So you're not gonna see him with the starters. Even though he's a higher overall than Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett is going to get the start. He may get the start in the regular season. We'll see. But I really want to see what Brian Ryans has to bring to the table. Is Brissett.
He gets it to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Sorry, guys, I've been away for a while, but, there's a little family issue going on. Not really major, just, I don't have control over my TV anymore. And then, I share my room with my uncle right now until he gets on his feet. And so when he's here, I can't be talking on here because he's trying to watch TV over there. So I could move my game system to another room, but I don't want to. So until this resolves, I have a little free time here, so I thought I'd bring you a gameplay here. Hopefully you guys enjoy. As you can see, the Saints have to punt. But I want to see this first game without Drew Brees. Even though it's preseason, I just want to see how it all works out. See if we can move the football. And as you can see, Jacoby Brissett was unable to put a successful drive on the first drive. And they still got Kirk Cousins.
Quarterback out of Michigan State, the former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously.
The defense is pretty much still the same, except for we don't have those cornerbacks like Ken Crowley, Kayvon Webster. I think we still got Kayvon Webster, but I don't think we have Patrick Robinson. We don't have P.J. Williams. Even though these guys are not highly overall, but they're good role players. They were at 77 overall. They were average. But now we're really struggling in the secondary.
Didn't have quite the career that was expected and actually got drafted lower than what many people thought. But, boy, is he playing to a top level now while he's in Minnesota.
From the 40 now on second down, Cousins. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
When you're drafted 12th overall, people expect big things.
They got Randy Gregory, though.
Vikings can provide that. Big, strong, physical player, has excellent quickness, and is really good with his hands.
Well, we got Patrick Robinson. We don't have P.J. Williams or Ken Crowley or Kayvon Webster.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Kayvon Webster had a good season last year, too.
Shotgun, it's Cousins. And finding Keelan Cole. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's
Long Bell with the tackle.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, we can't let these guys get any more yards.
Action now, Cousins. Well, the two men come
nice
together,
defense.
And it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Take it from the 18-yard line.
Oh,
5 wide receiver set.
And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
Let's see how good Jacoby Brissett does here. Nice. Nice pickup. Traquan Smith.
You understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Now with Kamara. There's a handoff. Gets the first.
I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now Kamara still back there.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can
second and
13 with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus?
Dang, Minnesota's defense is stiff.
Offside defense.
Oh, that's because they were offside. Everson Griffin.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8 on the ground. Kamara. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Oh, they stretched the defense with the 3 wide receiver set.
3rd and 1. Here's Brissett. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket.
Jacob Brissett could have ran.
He never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. He still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
To try again after the sack. Brissett, and he rifles one incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. That's complete to Meredith.
Nice catch to Meredith. Meredith missed a lot of last year. He was injured for the majority of last year.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down.
I don't think he played it all last season. I think it was on IR.
The better a route runner you
since the
are,
preseason.
the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. From the 39, Brissett. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And this is Cook with a grab.
Dang, Cook, stay on your feet.
He's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end.
52-yarder.
Players nowadays at that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players.
All right, we got 3.
Football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the drive with Cook. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Well, first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Brissett. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the
Nobody's really moving the football too much effectively here.
Set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's got it to start the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Cousins now. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot.
Cook doesn't go down easily.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Madison. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. The catch is made by Dylan Mitchell. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Minnesota's moving now.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
A.J. Klein out
The
there.
last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. That's
Nice pass.
Smith Jr. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 19. And this complete to Mitchell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So we're going to be able to see Brian Ryans now. He doesn't have the first team offense with him, but let's see how well he does.
2nd and 9 now.
Screenplay.
That's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go. Go.
2nd and 2. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw. The quick
Stop him.
caught. And he will score.
What?
Touchdown, Vikings.
He fought his way in there.
From 8 yards out, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Saints
Come on, Ryan. Guy.
2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Calm down. Solid in.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Ryans. Gotta get rid of it. Going deep.
This thing way downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back.
Minnesota got together with their backup quarterback.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's caught. Mitchell. 5 yards on the catch.
Bayless.
Brings up second down.
He's 8 of 8.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
9 of 9. 82 yards and a touchdown for Bayless. The backup quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings.
You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Going on the ground with Madison. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, this is Madison. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but
Dang, Minnesota's torching our defense.
Passing offense nowadays.
On play action, they'll throw.
Got him, coach.
Heavy rush, and down he goes.
Greg Robertson.
Greg Robertson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there.
There are footsteps coming.
I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look.
Got him, coach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Good defense, Saints. What do I stand up?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Back to throw here. And he goes down. It's a
Dang. Ryan?
40-yard line.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons
I'm telling you,
of history
nobody's
do
getting
repeat
open.
them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Dang, Brian Ryan's taking too many snaps. He's just standing in the pocket like a duck.
The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A second quarter score from KC, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Cam Newton, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage. This time
Interception.
it's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker.
A.J. Klein in the steps in front of the waivable pass.
First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's
all right,
not what
Ryan.
you want to do to try and pressure your coaching staff.
Come on, Brian Ryan.
Your locker room.
Nice pass.
Most importantly,
Did he hold on to it?
probably spent all night
Nope.
last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
This is Murray, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan, coach, nowhere to escape.
Dang, Brian Ryan.
Down.
I think you need wide receivers out there. I'm gonna see how you do in the first team.
Absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Thomas Morstead now.
How you do with the first team next game?
So he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 3. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
They're running screen plays and getting yards.
Second of their timeouts. As they
Dang.
get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to look to throw. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense.
I'm impressed with Bayless, guys. 13 and 15.
Much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Madison. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
The Vikings send out their punter. as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in
Dang,
just a
Saints
minute.
only got
As we
7
start the
passing
countdown
yards.
to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fielded just inside the 30. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there?
Josh Hill with the catch.
The big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On first down, Murray. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, Richard. Pulling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Dang, Richard took a shot. 36.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looks to throw.
Yeah, he took a shot.
Inside, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage.
51-yarder.
Unable to find anyone open.
Good.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. He'll drop to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Great. Mike Bobo. Too little. Go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30.
Dang, after all that, to get 3 points and full within one, we let them get back and forth. We let them get in field goal range.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we?
Over the middle.
Ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
2nd and 12 at the 27.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Trey Hendrickson on the tackle. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what
I'm not impressed with Brian Ryan so far, man.
And brings up a 4th down decision.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
50, plant.
On 2nd down now, it's Murray. And
Nice run, Murray.
This one across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll look to throw. Finds the former Northwestern Wildcat, Austin Carr. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This quarterback now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got his open man, it's Carr. And hit behind the line. He lost the football.
Oh, no.
And the Vikings pick up the football.
Terrible.
He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5.
Oh, wow.
A touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
You know, this is the regular season partner. We'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Oh, wow. Down by 11 after this field goal if it goes in.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
Nice pass, Ryan.
Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They go with Murray again. And an alley.
Nice run, Murray.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
On the ready.
54. First down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Big grip.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch.
Nice run to Latavius Murray.
A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet.
He steamrolled somebody.
Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Get him.
Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go.
Oh, you should have intercepted that.
On the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 11. Don't let nobody get behind you.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 22. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Come on, set. 30 base.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end,
6 to 12, 50%.
and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Draw play, Madison. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch it between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick
Oh, wow. Ryan's just holding on to the football just too long.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now Crosby for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's
Excuse
caught
me,
out on the
guys.
left side. And
Coffee
able to get this
got
one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On the draw, Richard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Carr. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I gotta get Ryan's out of there. I gotta get Ryan's out of there. He's just. I see JT Barrett. I see Davis Webb. I want to see JT Barrett. JT Barrett got a chance to make this team. I see JT Barrett. Hold on, let me close my door. Dog's loose. I don't want him in my room. Hold on, I'll be right back.
They'll run with Madison. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll try and run for it, first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that one makes this a 19-point game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
All right, we're going to see JT Barrett at the 4. See how well he does.
Across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Right there, 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barrett finding a safety valve here. That's complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on 3rd down. Barrett. He completes this one to Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Got a lot of people out there with this their first reception.
Often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Barrett. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Barrett. Oh, the pressure.
Barrett will take off running.
He goes down once more. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
15 line. 15 line.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Get it.
Going to run with Madison again. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. It's caught. Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Come.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
Ready?
Now we give to Madison, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
23, come on. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. David Onyemata, his second sack of the night.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now back to throw.
Nice way to get to him. Saquon Hampton.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here.
All right, we're going to go ahead and fast forward here. We're not going to come back.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments.
Yeah, 3
just doing
takeaways.
them better, and that got it done in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They had 53 yards,
EASports.com.
61 completion percentage.
It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Jacoby Brissett, 70 yards. So Jacoby Brissett probably get to start. Ryan's 154 yards, 1 interception. Will Bayless, 67 completion percentage, 121 yards. He's a rookie out of Arizona State. Rushing. Latavius Murray, 57 yards and a touchdown, 5.1 yards a carry. Dang, Alvin Kamara only 2 yards a carry. Shard, 3 yards a carry. Receiving. Austin Carr was our leading receiver. Lil Jordan Humphrey. Jordan Hill. Tayshawn Younger. Kazim Spears. These guys are young. Cam Meredith, 1 catch for 23 yards. We didn't hold up too good. They'll give up a lot of sacks. I think a lot of stuff was cover sacks. Look at that, 4. Tim Harrison had 4 sacks, and he's a rookie for the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, might have had 2 sacks. Craig Robertson had 1.5 sacks. Saquon Hampton had 1.5 sacks. We got some sacks too. Interception. Epps and AJ Klein had an interception. Made an interception. That's deflections. Steve Virgin had 2 pass deflections. Cameron Jordan had pass deflection. Demario Davis had pass deflection. Justin Hardy forced fumbles. Tim Harrison and Harrison Smith. Got 2 Harrisons. Tim Harrison and Harrison Smith. And both of them ballers. On recoveries, Trent Murphy and DeAndre Mount. One defensive touchdown, Trent Murphy with the fumble recovery. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching it. If you enjoyed, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn your bell notifications on so you don't miss anything in the series. And also have the last video of this series and the end cards, and also have the playlist there. So check those out on your way out. You know, get a little update of what's going on. Had the off-season last episode of the series, so check that out. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.